fuck is this?
Welcome once again.
It is now, and again, Importates.
Hashtag anal.
This is WVAG Vag TV. Nice.
Eric, wake up. Eric, wake up. Wake up.
Mashed potatoes.
Eric, wake up.
I just want some mashed potatoes.
Eric, wake up.
What? Who's that?
Reed's missing.
What? Read who? I don't have a book to read. What are you?
Reed Messerschmidt.
My head. Oh, fuck.
Sue's new husband.
I think I passed out again. Who?
Yeah, well, that's
Reed?
true because
That. Wait, is
the guy that was here, the podcast guy,
Oh, the mashed potato guy.
the irrationally exuberant.
Yeah, now I'm remembering.
Yeah, he left, but guess what?
He left? How'd he get out?
I don't know. He disappeared. I yelled for him. I didn't hear anything, but the sign that I knew he was gone, there's mashed potatoes wiped all over our faces. I licked off most of the mashed potatoes from your face while you slept.
Why? Why wouldn't
Because I'm dying of starvation.
Why wouldn't you eat? You didn't eat the ones on your face, did you?
No,
You
those are
didn't-
for you.
Okay, I was gonna say.
I can't reach them.
If you ate them all, I'm gonna.
No, go ahead and lick. Here, take my left cheek.
Okay, wait. Wait.
Ooh, it tickles.
Oh, all nutrition.
Oh, don't enjoy it that much. Come on, dude. Oh, that's a little. It's getting a little. Oh God.
Oh yeah.
Here, get it on my chin. Here we go.
Oh wait, there's
A
some.
little bit. Yep.
I moved a little bit, and it's
the
on
hairs
your.
of my
It's on your
beard
lip now. Let me get it. Let me.
Oh goodness.
I'm sorry, bro, but I just need this. I'm not getting sexually aroused. I swear.
Okay, get in my beard. Just suck the beard hairs. Suck them. All right, and then the other cheek now. Turn the other cheek.
All right, let me.
There you go.
Oh my God.
I gotta tell you, lukewarm mashed potatoes have never tasted so good.
Oh God. Yeah, I'm glad your face kept them warm for a little
Yeah,
bit.
slightly warm. I think that was kind of part of the plan. I don't know if that was the plan or what. Nice of him, though. Nice of him to think of us on his way out, but I wish you'd have woken us up.
Yeah.
Maybe he tried waking us up, and we were so in a coma from lack of nutrition.
Oh, that was so good. Even though those were just instant mashed potatoes, still the best potatoes.
Off-brand, too. Not even the Hungryman.
What?
Not even the hungriest
They're not the
man.
hungry. I can't believe I just ate that.
They are Hungrymen. They're not Hungry Jack.
Oh, okay. I couldn't tell because I couldn't see them. Because you can see that they're different, but you just can't taste the difference, you know?
No, but these ones did have a bit of a lump factor to them, which I enjoyed. I felt that was a nice touch.
Yeah. Reed, he does know about his potatoes, I guess. He does.
Yeah, well, I mean, he was the king of the potato festival, so, rocking it out.
Yeah. Those had a little bit of salt, the right amount of pepper. You could taste some
Hint of garlic powder.
some butter, a little bit of
Yeah.
butter, and
Real butter, too, not that margarine bullshit.
No, you can get that margarine out of here.
Dude, you know what? I grew up on margarine. I don't know why. I think it was because my mom thought, like bought into the margarine's healthier for you than butter because, I don't know, they said, like, butter would cause, like, cholesterol or something, high cholesterol. Then it turns out, like, maybe margarine, like, might cause cancer because of the certain oils that they use or some shit. So now it's back around to, like, butter is good for you and margarine's not now. So I started buying butter, like, really for the first time in my life, and got, like, a little butter dish so it stays out of the fridge and stays, like, somewhat, depending on the weather, but it stays somewhat soft. And I got to tell you, man, butter is a whole different world of flavor. It's like, it's really legitimately good, but it's just like a whole different flavor profile. I mean, I could see a place in my life for margarine and a place for butter, but they're not really that related as far as flavors. And even I can't believe it's not butter. I can believe it's not butter, it turns out.
I can believe that. I can believe that you don't believe. Or did you say you believe that you believe? Or you said you believe that you don't believe?
I can believe that it's not butter.
Okay.
I believe it.
So
I believe it's margarine.
Wouldn't butter have more sodium, right?
Mm.
But margarine has more fat.
Unsalted butter has no sodium, so there's that. We'll start with that. But use that for baking and shit. Salted butter has some sodium in it, but I think the point is they're just different. I mean, margarine's made out of vegetable oils, olive oils. But they're made out of vegetable oils, and then the butter is just made out of churned milk fat or some shit. I don't know. I've never made butter before. I assume that's what it's made out of.
All I know is you take like
curds,
a plunger thing, and you just all day like
work it.
Where did those sound effects come from?
That is, I think there's a leak in here, in the far corner.
Because that's just weird timing then.
And honestly, I've been thinking about it. We should probably try to scooch our chairs over to the source of that leak so we can get some water.
What did that nutrition?
Think about it.
Nutrition.
You got to give it time for the potatoes to enter your bloodstream. So
see, you're thinking you got more brain power than
I had a little time to digest. That's why. Yeah,
you're nutritionized right now.
I'm nutricized.
Well, that's good for you. I can't wait to get my brain power back.
Well, there wasn't a lot there to lose, so that's the good news. You don't have a lot of ground to make up.
If I could come over there, I would come over there right now.
You can't come over here. You just licked my face, like,
well, maybe I should
properly
headbutt you. Maybe I'll bite your cheek off or your ear like Mike Tyson.
Please don't. Oh, God. That would be more nutrition for you, so please don't.
It's spinal. What's that? You said your back hurt? It's spinal injury. It's my back. It's vertebrae. Spinal injury.
What is this? Is this a new character or is this a reference?
This is a Mike Tyson reference.
Oh, okay.
You never saw that interview?
No, I don't know. I don't think so.
He had like a back injury, like he broke his back, and the guy interviewing him was like, "Oh, so we hear you had a little bit of a back injury," and he's like, "Yes, it's spinal. It's a spinal injury." Like, yeah, that's what a back is. Yes, it's
spinal
vertebrae, spinal, and he just kept saying spinal over and over. It's a spinal injury.
Nice. Spinal.
So all right, let's see if we can get our chairs over there, and then like you can like push my chair back, like tip me back, and I can put my head underneath the drip, and then
I think you could just like raise your chin up, right, and catch it. Why do I have to lean you?
Let's see what happens when we get over there.
All right, let's go.
All right, ready?
Shuffle. 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 Ha. Here. Ha. Okay, I'm here.
Well, I think I have one more scooch. It sounds like I have one more scooch. Ready?
We're gonna have to sit back to back so that we can. Ha. There we go. Turned around. Okay. Back to back. Now just lean your head back and we can take turns catching the drop. It only happens every once in a while.
All right. You ready?
Mm-hmm. Did you get some? It sounds like you're getting some.
A little bit. Yeah, I had one.
Wow. How's it taste?
It's weird. It doesn't it's not a steady drip. So I'm like, shut my mouth to get the one drop. And then the other one hits me in the face.
You just gotta let it fill up your mouth.
Ooh, I just got 4 big drops there.
I'm very jealous. Can you get out of my way?
Yeah. Here, you can get some.
Let me get in on that. I can't.
There you go. 4 big drops.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God. Oh, that was necessary, especially to wash down those mashed potatoes.
Nothing like
mashed potatoes.
You know what would be nice to have to wash down mashed potatoes?
A beer?
Oh, yeah.
An ice cold beer?
Oh, ice cold. The coldest beer you could get before it freezes.
And some chicken wings?
Yeah.
And an entire birthday cake with a pizza on top. And just a...
I think this is a nostalgia hole.
And just like a cheeseburger just drilled into that motherfucker in some way.
Why am I still think we're podcasting for some reason.
I've got the biggest food boner right now thinking about these foods.
Oh, yeah. Oh, a beer so cold. Remember how they used to pull the beer out of a ice cold stream from the mountains?
Oh, yeah.
New beer.
Freezing fucking cold.
Yeah. New beer that's so cold. It'll freeze your teeth right off.
From the makers of Mountain Avalanche, it's Mountain Ice.
Oh, that does
Mountain flavored beer.
mountain flavored beer.
It tastes like a craggy gorge. You know what? I love a beer straight out of a nice cooler of like half ice, half water, and you just reach down in there and your hand starts to freeze on a hot summer day, and you pull out your hand and it's like already like tough to flex your fingers because it's so cold in there.
Yeah.
And that beer's just dripping, and there's a piece of ice still on the top of it. You got to kind of move it out of the way to open it, but you leave it on there because you're a silly boy. You're a
or
cheeky little
or
fellow.
You take that piece of ice and you just like rub it all over your neck
and nipples. Did I go too far?
Maybe.
God, I love a fucking super ice cold beer. I love an ice cold beer straight from the cooler. I love it. Especially after like mowing the lawn.
Man.
God, I would do anything to mow the lawn right now.
You know what? I can hear. Can you hear that? I can hear it in my head. Maybe you can hear it. Maybe if we think together, we can hear what the sound of a beer crack sounds like. Are you ready? You want to try to
I'm gonna concentrate. Concentrate really hard.
Really hard. Okay. 1, 2. Wait. Close your eyes and.
They're closed.
Okay.
They've been closed this whole time.
Oh. Okay. Ready? Concentrate real hard on 1, 2, 3.
Open.
What?
I heard it.
Holy crap!
I can almost
I heard
smell
it too. Fortunately, though, we
God,
don't
I could kill
actually,
for a beer.
We don't have a beer.
No, we don't. Damn it.
Why do
I
we
mean, honestly, I would kill just to mow the lawn right now with a nice podcast going, the sun touching my now pallid and yellowy, just translucent skin, and just feel the rays and hear the birds chirping, and I'm out there with my lawnmower in my own little world with a podcast rolling, knowing there's a freezing cold beer sitting in the fridge waiting for me. And then that moment when you're done, you put away all your tools and shit, and you go and you crack open that beer and just get into the shower and just start drinking a shower beer.
Oh, shower beer. Those are the
shower beer at about 3:30 on a Saturday after you're done mowing the lawn is pretty much the best thing in all of life.
That is true. You know what I thought about when we were out there in the real world and free to do what we wanted to do, and
that like millions of years ago it seems like now.
Yeah, who knows what week, day,
and who knows when this will ever end.
Yeah,
feels like this is never going to end, and it might come back in the fall. What do I mean by that?
I don't know, but my thought was I wish I could put a cup holder on my lawnmower. I thought about this, but since
wouldn't that vibrate the shit out of your beer?
If you had a push mower, that thing would be sloshed around. It'd be all.
You'd need to have you'd have to have some kind of. And the problem with my yard is that there's a nice gradient to it. Like it's a bit of a hill. So it might be like dumping out my beer onto the lawnmower. And I got an electric lawnmower. So I don't know if I'm 100% on board.
That might not be a good idea. But if you had a riding lawnmower, though, you could put a cup holder on that son bitch.
I think the key is the shock absorption. There needs to be a shock absorber in the beer holder on the lawnmower. Are you talking about the handle of the lawnmower or the actual lawnmower itself?
No, put it on the handle.
I was imagining the lawnmower itself like that.
No, like you put it on the handle, like up where you could just grab it without releasing.
That wouldn't be too bad. Although, when you like push down on like the handle to like turn it, like put it up on two wheels to turn it, you might dribble something.
Yeah.
You'd have to be real careful.
You would have to have some kind of like shock mount system to keep the beer from bouncing up and down. And
I just keep a beer on the deck, and then as I do a circle around the yard, I just like take a little sip, which is nice.
It is nice.
So I got that going for me.
Sounds like you had a pretty nice life before this.
Yeah, I had.
Yeah. Sucks.
I bet my lawn is a fucking jungle right now.
Yeah, I think you and me both are in the same position. Stuck here. Well, that's a definite. But our wife's, or at least I can't speak for you, but my wife doesn't mow the lawn. So I'm sure
my wife mowed like the tiniest part of the lawn at the beginning of the spring before we got abducted, and it was like the tiniest little sliver of it. But I was like, just like take this little box in this flat area, And so she was like she'd never mowed any part of any lawn before because she's from Mexico, and the part of the Mexico where there's not really lawns, it's like desert. So to have a lawn would be like a ton of work because you'd have to like water it like twice a day or 3 times a day, or just have a sprinkler going at all times. But it's like super hot down there, and like 115 degrees out, and the sun beating down on the hottest days, 120 degrees it goes up to. So you like, I don't even know how you would have a lawn, but so she didn't ever mow a lawn before. So she was like, oh, I'll give it a try. And after doing like this tiny little bit, she like comes over kind of panting, and she was like, that's a lot more work than I thought it was going to be. Like, that's tiring. And we've got this electric lawnmower. It's pretty light. So it's got real big wheels on it and stuff. So she got like the easy mode of lawn mowing versus like having to push around a fucking, full ass gas lawnmower.
Yeah. When growing up, we had like a little bit over 4 acres, and about 3 of it was grass. So we had a riding lawnmower where we would, do the big part with that, and then a push mower, we'd do the little part.
That's a hell of a yard.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It was like 2.5 hours.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Yep.
My yard now takes half an hour.
Just
to do the mowing part, not to do the weed whacking part, which that's only like 15 more minutes.
No.
Max.
My dad always had me do the mowing, and then he would weed whack. But that was like part of I don't know if you had like jobs you had to do before you could like hang out with your friends or go skateboarding or whatever. But like, you get this done, and then you can go do whatever you want.
Well, the way it worked with my house is we had the front yard and the backyard, and the backyard was way bigger and had dog shit in it. And then like it was like a flat area, and then it went down over the hill, and the part where it goes down over the hill, it's almost like a line between yard and like starting to become the woods.
Yeah.
Even though it's still inside the fence because of the shade. So like not a lot of grass would grow back there, but like almost like wild plants would start to intermingle into the grass. It wasn't super well kept because it was just like fucking, and there's trees everywhere. So there's like a lot of sticks falling down and shit. So it was a big pain in the ass. You had to mow this side of this really steep. The hill's small, but it's real steep. So you had to mow the side of that and try not to like fall over or like have the thing fucking roll back over you or slide into it or anything. So we always wore like cleats to do the lawn. So we had our fucking lawn cleats. We'd have to put those on. It was a whole fucking thing. Fill up the gas, make sure everything's right, hit the primer, and the fucking lawnmower was old and shitty. So it like sometimes wouldn't start and you had to like fuck with it. So that doing the backyard was always a pain in the dick because a lot of times like either you had to like go out there with the dog, like pick up the dog shit first, or you had to like avoid it the whole time while you're doing it.
Right.
So you had to be like super careful, keeping an eye out. The front lawn was like 1/3 the size of the back lawn, maybe, all one long sloping hill. And it took maybe 15 minutes to mow the front lawn, and the back lawn took like 45, right? Or like an hour, depending. And so like every other week, my brother would mow the front lawn and I would mow the back, and then we'd switch the next week. So we had to mow the lawn every week, a lawn, but every other week you got the easy lawn. And what was cool about our lawn is we'd never bagged. My dad just let that shit fall. So that was the nice part where you didn't have to fucking go empty the bag and do all the bullshit. So most of the time it was just, mulch it.
Was it a mulching mower?
Yeah, it had like that plate on it where you could like replace the plate or you could put on the bag.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So yeah, so it was like, it wasn't like super mulching. It was just like, that was the mode it was in, it was a Lawn Boy brand, little green Lawn Boy. And, it had like the tiniest fucking wheels ever on it. So like just the tiniest bumps would get you fucking stuck. It was a pain in the dick, man. I hated that fucking lawnmower. That's why I love my lawnmower now so much, because it's like there's no pull string. You just push the button, pull the little flappy handle thing back, and it starts right up. It's about as loud as like twice the loudness of a box fan, so I can easily listen to music or podcasts or whatever. And it's super light and huge wheels. It's just fucking perfect. And there's no stink of gas. There's no going to the store to buy gas. No fucking with oil. I just, keep my batteries plugged in, and I've got 2 batteries and I can swap them out mid stride pretty much, like fucking pull one out and put the other one in, because the top has a place to hold a backup battery. So you just slide out the one that died and slide in the other one. And it's fucking fantastic. The only problem is in my backyard, we've got crazy roots around that tree, that big ass tree back there.
Yeah.
And so when we put in our garden before we got kidnapped, I was able to take a bunch of the dirt. Like I took when I was cutting the grass away, sod, I could take that and fill in the areas between all the roots. And then a bunch of the dirt from the garden I also took and filled in the area between the roots. And at that point, it was so much easier to drive my lawnmower over those areas. And I didn't have to basically the one part around the tree, it's a 15 by 15 foot area. I can't mow the lawn there because it's just, the roots are insane. So I would have to mow the lawn, skip that part, and then come back with the weed whacker. But now I can mow the vast majority of the lawn without stopping. And it's so much nicer, dude. I wish I had done this last year. But now we're kidnapped, so it doesn't matter.
Did I tell you that I got, before this all happened, that I got a new lawnmower?
No. What'd you get?
I got me a new
Honda
Craftsman.
Oh yeah, I didn't even know they made lawnmowers.
Oh, they've made lawnmowers for a long time because our riding.
Maybe I did know that. Is that the one with the red
Yeah.
on the bottom and black on the top?
Yeah, they used to be
okay. So I have seen
silver, black, and red because we had a riding one. Had a double bagger on it when I was a kid. Mm-hmm. And
how's it doing for you?
Oh, it's so good. Oh, it's got a bagger on it now.
Did you consider an electric one?
No.
Didn't even enter your head, or you
No.
rejected it outright?
Outright.
Wow. All right. Well, I guess you like the stink of fucking smoke in your face while you're exercising.
It doesn't really smell that bad, but no. The biggest thing is it.
You've got a pretty small lawn, so that's nice
So-
too. You can get that baby done pretty quick. How long does it take you to mow?
All right, I'm gonna have to explain a little bit real quick. So our old mower was not a bagger, and the wheel on it, the body was where it mounted the wheel, the body was rusted, and so the wheel wouldn't sit straight up and down. It would be at a 45-degree angle.
Just cockeyed as fuck?
Yeah.
That's so annoying.
Yes. And
oh my God.
I tried drilling through it and putting a bolt through it just to hold it on.
Kind of straighten her
but
out.
The body was just too rusted and it was going. So it was time to get a new one. And we didn't have a bagger and the yard grows rather fast. So, if you miss a week, you got a rake. You know what I mean? Because I don't, I was raised that you don't leave your clippings behind. Anything was missed, you got to go rake it up. So
wow, that's terrible.
Yeah,
that sucks.
I'd rake it.
I leave it for natural fertilizer, and then I never have to fertilize my lawn.
Well, we used it for fertilizer for our giant garden.
So did you guys have an actual? Did you just fire it into the garden, or did you have an actual compost
No, we just
section?
dumped it into the garden.
Okay,
and just use it as not only as fertilizer, but it would be on top and it would heat.
Almost like a mulch.
It would heat up and it would hold the water better too. So so I would always rake here and then just throw it over the hillside. I didn't really use it to do anything of the, put it in the garden. But now we got a bagger. Oh, it cuts down at least half an hour, 40 minutes.
Yeah,
and then
I'll say.
And then this is what I was going to say about you asked me how long it takes. To the side of the house, we have been adding rose bushes throughout the years that we've lived here, and we now have I want to say 5 up there. And we would always, it was grass. Where it wasn't a bush, it's grass. So I would have to weed whack around all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like a 6-foot by 40-foot section. And you had to be careful because you want to take the rose bushes down. I actually hit one of Mandy's rose bushes.
Oh, God.
When we first planted it. I think it was like a week or 2 after I planted it. Hit it, killed it.
Oh, God.
And
really?
Yeah.
Chopped her right down.
Yeah, something like it. I didn't have it was getting dark and I was in a hurry and something kicked.
God, that's a bad feeling in your pit of your stomach, isn't it?
Yeah, something kicked up and hit me in the eye or near my eye, and I just kind of jerked my head back, and my body went with it, and there went the rose bush.
Oh my God! Oh fuck!
So
this is why you should wear fucking goggles when you weed whack,
I usually
bro.
wear sunglasses because I do it during the day.
Yeah, but they can get up under the sunglasses. I mean, it's not.
I have
you
those
do have
big
big
aviators.
sunglasses.
So
Yeah, but still, that's not a safety.
no.
precaution.
I mean, trust me. Now with my new job, I definitely like wear eye protection and stuff. But no, I was just like in a hurry and trying to get it done. It was getting dark, so I had to take my sunglasses off, and that happened. So then we decided to mulch the entire section of that where all the rose bushes are. Put landscape paper down and put mulch right over top of it. And you'll be surprised. Mulch is so much cheaper to buy in the bulk and just throw it in the back of your truck than it is to buy bags at your.
I mean, that doesn't surprise me at all, actually.
What was it? $35 for what the heck was it? A half ton or 3/4 ton worth of something like that worth of mulch. So it filled up the entire back of the truck. It was 2 big scoops from like a bulldozer.
Mm-hmm. Like a
Or
backhoe.
That's what I meant. Backhoe. 2 big scoops with a backhoe, and we had some left over, and we did the bed in the front as well. But
Well, dude,
that
the front
cuts
of our
down-
house is crazy. It's crazy amount of mulch we got to get for this front of our house, and I just don't even know. I mean, I'm probably just gonna have to have someone come and dump it in the yard, in the street, and tarp it over, and slowly fucking fill the hole, because we got so much area to cover with that shit.
Yeah. But when you do that, though, I don't know about if it'll work out for you guys, but it takes off like 20, 25 minutes of weed whacking that I don't have to do now.
Right, because it prevents the weeds from going.
Well, yeah, we mulched it all. So now we're looking at about 35 minutes with the bagger and not having to do the side, 35, 40 minutes.
That's nice. That's not too bad. It's enough to get your heart rate going up, but not enough to be like, when am I can't see the end of this, like a 2.5 hour lawn mow job would be. That sounds fucking horrible.
If I kept up with it, it would be about an hour to do everything, weed whack, mow the lawn, and if I had to rake a lot, maybe like an hour 20, hour 15. But now, yeah, we're talking like 40 minutes tops. So I cut down.
I just realized
40.
this entire episode, even though this is not a podcast, we haven't made, I don't think, a single joke. So this is going to be boring for the non-listener.
Well, not every episode. I mean, non-episode can be funny.
Conversation, I guess, because we're not. This isn't.
No, we're just.
I mean, we're going to release these tapes once we get free. So I guess if. Oh, wow, that's depressing.
Yeah, them the rules. I get rules.
Them's the rules of the Squatch.
I don't know why I laugh. Maybe it's just I'm deranged at this point.
Yeah, I know why you laughed, because I'm fucking hilarious.
Well, that, and I haven't heard anyone else tell a joke, and I don't know. We might be around like 10 weeks now. I haven't heard a joke.
You're just going to hear somebody else's voice and start cracking up when we get out of here.
I mean, that couple. How long was it? How long ago was it when Reed was here? Because he was pretty funny. He cracked me.
At least a day, but I can't be sure.
All right. I don't know how.
Reed was very funny. Yes, I cracked up. In fact, if you're listening to this, go back and listen to the conversation we had with Reed instead, which is ostensibly is a podcast episode by the time we get out of here. I can't understand what's happening. I can't keep all this straight. I wonder if you have any more mashed potatoes on your face.
I don't smell any, but if you want to come over and like peruse.
Well, we're back to back, so I just need to like lean back and turn my head to the side.
All right, well, go ahead. I'll lean my head back and see if you can find any more taters.
Let me see.
You getting anything?
Oh, here's a little bit. Okay.
I'm tickled.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
A little bit over here.
Ooh, gives me the chills. I'm glad you did this when I was asleep because it's kind of weird. Ooh.
You licked all over my lips and face and a little bit on my eye. And I didn't even have my eye closed. You just licked my bare eyeball. That was disturbing.
Like a gecko.
Yeah, but instead of its own eyeball, you licked mine.
Right. Which is weird.
Would you lick your own eyeball if you could? That's the Gecko question of the day. Brought to you by Gecko Insurance Company.
Yeah, the Gecko Insurance Company. If I could lick my own eyeball, would I do it? Like, what benefit would I get out of it? I mean, I guess.
What if by licking your eyeball, do you ever get like allergies? Like you touch the cat and then touch your eye, and then your eye like gets super itchy.
No.
You don't. That doesn't happen to you.
No.
Oh my god, That happens to me, and if I could just lick my eyeball and make that feeling go away, I would do it. So call in, write down your answer on a 3x5 postcard and mail it to P.O. Box 963, New York City, New York State 10108. Address it to Stickly.
Nickelodeon. I was gonna say we should. Yeah.
That fucker. Remember when he attacked us in his legions?
I still think that there's at least
There must be out there.
another
Maybe they're behind this.
100 Stickleys out there or more.
Maybe Stickly's in legion with the fucking in league with the fucking Oyerson Le Ilbe.
Speaking
he's just fucking.
Speaking of which, I haven't seen that asshole in a while.
I feel like he's just left us down here to die at this point. What other explanation?
Yeah, probably.
Well, I don't know. I'm tired. I'm gonna go back to sleep.
I'm just gonna sit here and I'm gonna try to get some more water drops.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm gonna take a nippy nap because it's this whole conversation is taking it out of me. And when I eat, when I'm very hungry, I just get real sleepy, like violently sleepy.
Whoa, violently sleepy? You like beat yourself into a sleep? Is that what you do?
Just my dick.
How do you beat your dick if your hands are tied?
Oh, I don't now. Just in general.
Oh, okay. I get you. Okay.
Although I found if I wiggle my knees in a certain way, I can get a little bit of pleasure action out of that. I only do that while you're sleeping, though.
Okay. That's a little bit of a workout, too.
Yeah, it keeps my blood flowing.
But, I mean, I guess...
in more ways than one.
The whole workout is, the malnutrition. We're losing a ton of weight.
Yeah.
I guess that's a good workout, not eating.
Well, if we lose enough weight, that might be a way out of here. We could just squeeze out, because we're tied in here with ropes, and I feel like they're getting looser by the day. So maybe this is something that Ilbe Oyerson Le didn't think of.
I think you're onto something.
Because I came in here with a bit of chub action, a little bit of, not just my dick. I had a little bit of a spare tire going on there from all the beer, all that ice cold beer.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Yeah, so maybe we get a little thin down in here. We just fucking slide out of here like a couple of snakes.
I'm a
couple snake boys.
I'm a snake. I'm gonna slither through your garden.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, there was a snake in my garden. Or was that a dream? I don't know.
Snake.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go to sleep. You be a slithery snake. You got a lot of energy from that mashed potato.
Yeah. Well, you were up before me, so I guess I'll just stand guard and listen to the water drip. Hello?
I thought you were gonna drink it.
Oh, I thought you passed out already.
Not just listen to it.
Well, no, I'm gonna listen to it a little bit. I'm gonna drink some. It's like the only entertainment we have right now. It's like basically listening to a podcast.
Tune in to Water Drops on Stitcher Premium. The new podcast by The Ceiling.
This is so soothing. Sean, if we were still podcasting, you know what I'd say right now? If you cast it, they will pod, little buddy. They will pod. But
what?
No, don't. Just go back to sleep, little buddy. Just listen to the little droppy drops, and you'll be safe.
Mushroom.